Welcome to Creative Living, where we help you live your most creative life. I'm Jane Klaus. Summer is almost here, and that means it's time to start planning those family vacations. But before we give you some trip ideas, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. What you should know if you're planning a vacation to the Grand Canyon. And an aquatic experience the entire family will enjoy. Plus, a place where an active lifestyle is built into the community. That and much more on this episode of Creative Living. National parks are a favorite destination for family vacations, and one of the most popular is the Grand Canyon. Here to help us plan our trip is Mindy Riesenberg with Grand Canyon Conservancy. Hey, Mindy, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So, Mindy, the Conservancy is celebrating its 90th year. That's amazing. Explain the role of Grand Canyon Conservancy.
Sure. So Grand Canyon Conservancy is the official nonprofit philanthropic partner of Grand Canyon National Park. So our mission is just to inspire generations of park champions to cherish and support this natural and cultural wonder.
That is amazing. So tell us, what kind of activities can Grand Canyon Conservancy help us plan?
Well, we actually run a field institute, so you can take amazing and immersive adventures in Grand Canyon with our field institute. We have multi-day trips on the rim, we have day hikes, we have hikes into the canyon that spend the night, river rafting trips. I mean, it's amazing.
Wow, so all we need to do is contact you, and then you can give us all of these activity planning ideas.
Exactly, and you can actually download a trip planner that gives you anything and everything you need to know about planning your trip at grandcanyon.org.
Now, I know that most visitors just head straight to the South Rim to look over the edge, but there is so much more to do at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, well, besides the Field Institute tours, there's cultural demonstrations by our 11 indigenous partners for Grand Canyon. These are the 11 tribes that call Grand Canyon home. So you can come and see people create jewelry, do dances, and talk to the people whose home actually is Grand Canyon.
Wow. So aside from checking it off your must-do list, tell us why the Grand Canyon is such a great family trip.
Oh my God. Well, besides being one of the natural wonders of the world, it really has something for everybody. I mean, there is beauty, there is history, there is diverse flora and fauna. And if you take a Field Institute hike or a trip, you know that you're working with the experts who partner with the National Park Service to develop these in-depth excursions that'll teach your kids so much.
Mindy, it's so important for these children to learn. Why is it important to expose our kids to national parks like the Grand Canyon?
Well, Grand Canyon Conservancy's mission is to preserve and protect Grand Canyon National Park for future generations. And the only way to really instill that in your children is to get them there, to see Grand Canyon in person. Getting a book, seeing it on video, it's beautiful, but it's not the same thing. And we want to hope that the canyon is still there 100 years from now for the kids' and their kids to enjoy just the way it is now.
All right, any last minute advice when we're planning our trip to any national park?
Of course, yes. Plan in advance, make sure that you bring plenty of water, respect the rules of the land, and the main thing is really take only pictures and leave only footsteps.
Mindy, thank you so much for all of this great information. And if you would like more info on Grand Canyon Conservancy, just head to their website. If you're looking for another great family vacation, a trip to Odyssey Aquarium should be on your summer travel list.
Odyssey Aquarium is located in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. Over 2 million gallons of both fresh and saltwater exhibits. We have over 350 species and over 7,000 animals. And our initiative is to bring our guests in, teach them about the wonderful animals, all from either locally, which we have many endangered species, all the way to globally. We have animals here from all over the world, and each species has their story to tell. So our goal is to bring our guests in, to teach them about these amazing animals, and to empower them to make changes in their lives and get involved and engaged so these animals are here for generations to come.
We will be having Summer of Sharks here at OdySea Aquarium from June through July. And during that time, guests get to experience a little bit extra attention with our sharks. We'll have on-the-floor programming that can consist of showing artifacts and on-the-floor discussions with our animal care specialists, such as myself. And we're also bringing back back-of-house tours. So guests can come back of house. They get to stand up with us on the top of our largest exhibits throughout the Voyager and the ones that contain our sharks as well. And they get to see how we care for them, how we feed them at scheduled feeds, and even interacting with them in our touch pools and that sea trek exhibit as well.
The largest exhibit here at OdySea Aquarium is Shark Waters. And that exhibit holds over 400,000 gallons of water. And in that exhibit, you will also find sharks from across the eastern seaboard. There are lemon sharks, sand tiger sharks, sandbar sharks, and nurse sharks. And these animals will cohabitate with one another and are cared for by their animal care specialists with diets structured specifically for their needs.
Once you walk into the restroom in the aqua lobby, you get to see our big sharks just right there when you're washing your hands. And it's an experience like no other. We were actually voted America's best restroom. It was that impactful. So we're pretty proud of that.
Our journey through the aquarium is actually representative of a drop of water. So that's why you go upstairs. So we take you through fresh water representing higher up rivers, streams, and then eventually you work your way back downstairs representing the deep ocean. So that way as they travel, talk about it, spread the word. They really have an overview of freshwater, saltwater, intertidal, all of it. We really want a nice comprehensive overview and make that connection.
Our guests are able to experience sharks from all over the world in one place. We have bundle packages, we have discounts. Find out what's best for you and your family is to go to OdySeaAquarium.com and go to the ticketing page and find what would work for you guys.
There are 423 national parks to visit throughout our great country, and in 2021, the most visited place was Blue Ridge Parkway, with almost 16 million visitors. Now, the parkway spans the southern and central Appalachians, and visitors can enjoy everything from hiking to biking to scenic waterfalls. It certainly is a must-see within the national park system. Now, don't go anywhere, because there's much more creative living coming your way. We show you a place where an active lifestyle is at the heart of the community. And we discuss why solar could be a good choice for your family. If you've been searching for the perfect place to live with an active lifestyle, you should consider Rio Verde.
We took 2 years looking for the right location, and then we found this beautiful place out here called Rio Verde. It was the exact place we were looking for.
We followed some friends up from the valley 6 years ago, and since then we have had 3 other couples from the valley follow us up here because they've come out to visit and they've just loved it.
And said, oh my gosh, this is it. Because of the people. We met some people in the pub and they are like, are you new members? Oh, we're so excited to have you. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a welcoming community.
In Rio Verde, we are very fortunate to have 2 beautiful golf courses. You just see the mountains everywhere. And sometimes we get a little bit of snow capped on them, and then they're really gorgeous.
The fairway conditions are phenomenal. Tom Lehman, when he designed it, made it fairly easy to get from tee to green. Once you're on the green, all bets are off, and it's a free-for-all for getting the ball in that cup.
We do have a brand new box bar grill, and it is just a place where everybody gathers after golf, and we all come in for a beverage, and we just have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. We have a lot of different activities in Rio Verde. We have really active art league, pickleball, tennis, bocce ball. There's a hiking league, there's a bike league. There's just a ton of activities to do.
I can't tell you how many friends we have that get up in the morning and go for a 10, 20-mile bicycle ride out in the mountains, or road biking or hiking. Then they play 18 holes of golf, then another 2 hours of tennis, then to the gym. So this is a very athletic, active, and connected place.
People have a hard time getting used to here is you have to get your calendar book out to schedule things because there's always things to do, places to go, and people to meet. We have this newly expanded fitness center that we just completed last November. It's got state-of-the-art equipment. The next generation of fitness equipment is in here.
The club is a member-owned club, which means it's totally directed and guided by the board of directors, which are all owners, members, and actually part of the leadership. Judy's favorite term is it's just us, because it's all us, and it's all about us.
Yeah, it's just us. And if you take an ownership, then you have the ability to make it even better.
People come in whatever part of their life they are, and it's called the Rio Verde Shuffle. You come out here like we did. We were just going to come out for 3 or 4 months a year and thought we'd try that on for a while, where we so quickly fell in love with Rio Verde. We jumped in with both feet, no regrets, no miss, and we're just happy to be here.
Pep Solar has been installing solar for decades, and pride, excellence, and performance are at the heart of this Arizona-based company.
So Pep Solar has been doing this for a very long time, and we've been installing for 43 years. What we learned is that we can't just be a solar panel company. We've got to offer many different products, and that's really what sets us apart from everybody else, is not just the experience, but also the advanced designs. We're going to basically design it around the electricity you're using and your desire for what you want solar to do for you. So we're offering batteries, solar, air conditioning. We build on the roof, off the roof, and as you can see behind us, ground mount systems, even solar shade structures or RV shade structures. At Pep Solar, we take care of everything. We're doing all the heavy lifting for the customer.
We are looking at current usage, what the house is consuming, but we want to know what they're doing in the future. We want to know if there's people moving in, moving out, electric vehicles. Other than that, it's right to a site survey, then it's fairly quick after that, permitting, and then before they know it, they have a solar system that they customize and built specifically for their house.
We take care of all the engineering, the permitting, the interconnection with the utility company, and we work also with their HOA. What's great about solar is it's consistent, and the sun is going to shine every single day. So every day you're going to produce power, you're going to offset your electricity usage, and you're going to avoid the inflation as a result of the electricity use. And in general, we're going to save anywhere from 50 to 70% of your electricity use, and that's going to happen over the next 25 years. So it's a great investment. It's the best investment you can provide your family. A lot of customers think that solar is really expensive, and when you see the numbers up front, it looks like it's really expensive. If you were to look at your electric bill and then add it up and then add an average of 5% per year as far as the inflation is concerned, it could be hundreds of thousands of dollars over the next 30 years. And so that little price now looks like a very small price compared to your electric bill. We believe in ownership over doing a lease or renting, and so the home price is going to increase on average of 30%.
Customers tell us all the time they're so happy they went with Pep Solar. They love our customer service, we're always there, and likewise, we want them happy because it makes us happy. Pep Solar is kind of that little slice of like the American dream. It's small, family-owned business. Quality speaks for itself. Everyone represents themselves well, and that's what makes us different.
When you're ready to take your step with Pep, just give us a call or visit our website, pepsolar.com.
Whether you're heading to the beach or to the mountains this summer, small things like packing snacks or staying somewhere with a kitchen so you can cook some of your own meals can help you save money. And selecting destinations that offer complimentary amenities for the kids or park passes for the family will also help with your budget. But before you start booking that trip, let's just see what we've got coming up next. A way to sell your home without the traditional costs. your home doesn't have to include the traditional costs of the past. At Revenry, they have a system that allows you to pick and choose only the services you truly need.
My family started a real estate company in 1911. My grandfather founded the company. My father came into the business after completing college and World War II, and I came into the business after my college experience in the 70s. I'm Peter Hunt, and I'm CEO of a company called Revenry. I started thinking about how technology has kind of looped around the real estate agent in today's world. The agent was still performing the way they usually perform, but technology had put in the hands of the consumer all kinds of access to information that they really didn't have before. And as a result, the system really kind of took a lot of the job out of the hands of the real estate agent and put it in the hands of the consumer. And I'm thinking, well, gee, what does it really cost to do the things for a seller that really sell the house? It's not who sells the house necessarily, it's what sells the house. Well, a sign in the yard, because people have to drive by, they've been in the neighborhood, they see the sign, they say, well, that's cool. Secondly, it's the multiple listing service that exposes that listing to everybody who's a real estate agent licensed in that community. And thirdly, it's not the local websites necessarily that attract the customer, it's the national websites. I found that the cost was really so low, if that's what sells houses, why not create a separate company that put that in the hands of the consumer and really cut the cost way down? And frankly, it was so low that we decided, well, maybe we'll create a package of services in this new company that was free. And that's how we started the company. If this is what we think it is, which is a revolution in the way real estate is conducted, then let's just call it a revolution in real estate. And so I took those three words and contracted them into Revenry. Up until Revenry was formed, were really only two options for a consumer. One is you list with a real estate agent. The other one is you do for sale by owner. How could we marry those two concepts? How could we take the knowledge and experience we had in the traditional world and marry it with the technology that the consumer already had access to? And we're doing that through Revenry. It provides the consumer, through our website, a simple 5-step method to put their home on the market. If they want more services, they have the opportunity to, for example, get professional photography and a host of other things that are part of our add-on packages, which we make available. Our slogan is very simple: list for free, never a listing commission, pay for only what you want. And that's exactly how our system works. There's a growing percentage of people that want to take advantage of technology, that are willing to do a little bit of work on their own, like show their own home, for example, in exchange for saving a considerable amount of money. If you'd like any more information, it's very simple, revenry.com. Go there today.
RV trips have become very popular, and it's an economical way to vacation with your family. But because of the popularity, reservations are booking up fast. So start planning your trip now and reserve your RV and your campground spots. Great advice to remember. Stick around, there's more creative living on the way. The housing market doesn't seem to be cooling off anytime soon. So as you continue your search, Manual Builders has some advice on getting a home to fit your needs.
My name is Missy Manuel and I'm co-owner of Manual Builders. My husband Greg and I have a residential building company that's been in business over 55 years. We focus on custom on your lot and residential in subdivisions, speculative homes. Our core values are community, integrity, and excellence, and those are really important to us. We believe and love people, and we love building homes, safe places for them to do life and make memories.
Manual Builders really caters to everyone. We have couples that come in and they're trying to downsize. We have first-time home buyers. We have families that are, they're growing. They've outgrown their first home and they're trying to build something that's going to fit their whole family and everybody have their own bedroom. We try to cater to all types of homeowners.
The three things that come to mind that a client should know about themselves when wanting to build a new home would be: 1. Do making decisions come easy to you? There are tons of decisions that will need to be made along the way, so knowing if you may need guidance would definitely help you find the builder right for you. 2nd, what is your lifestyle? How will the home contribute to your day-to-day life, and how will it enhance the way you function in the space? Lastly, what are your essentials? As in, what is your must-have list? What features and elements are important to you and will make your home unique to who you are and match how you live?
For homeowners that are looking to build a custom home, I would say that we are definitely a fit for you. We offer tons of options and everything is located in our design center, so that way it's a seamless and easy process for you and less stressful.
This may sound a bit unusual, but my absolute favorite space to design is the living room, primarily because it's the heart of the home and there are so many things to consider. Living rooms are used to entertain and socialize with friends, yet it's also a place of refuge for individuals and family members to rest and relax from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Elements such as lighting, views in and out of the space, and the overall layout are all important to making this space feel a certain way. Tailoring that correctly to each homeowner is always very important to me.
It's so important for us to connect with the homeowners on a personal level, so that way we can really understand how they live and what they need in their new home.
I would think that anytime someone decides to build, they're really looking to create their forever home. Something that really speaks to who they are and something that they can create that really works well for their family and their way of life.
When a customer walks into their home for the first time, I want them to be able to see the craftsmanship, and I want them to feel like they're walking into their dream home for the first time.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Creative Living. I'm Jane Klaus, and we'll see you next time.